もしメルヘンがメルヘンじゃなかったら、シンデレラや赤ずきんがいい子じゃなかったら、そういうお話が聞きたいわ。
Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our channel, Paws On Animation.
And today we are covering the anime anthology, The Grimm Variations.
Yes, it was produced by Wood Studio and available exclusively on Netflix. It has 6 unique takes on Grimm fairy tales. And the English voice dubbing is done by some of our favorite voice actors.
Yes.
Now again, this is based on the Brothers Grimm fairy tales, and the series was originally released worldwide on Netflix in April of 2024.
Yes.
And this is a perfect time to watch this if you're looking for something creepy, spooky, and different to fulfill your Spooktober wishes.
Yes.
But
before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, notifications on future podcasts, and want to pause videos.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining us today. Subscribing, sharing our videos, commenting, helping us on our goal to reach over 2,000 subscribers by year's end. Thank you so much. We appreciate everything you do.
Yes.
Now, this originally came out in April of this year, and just getting around to watching it. Has 6 directors, actually.
Oh my god, probably one for each story.
Yeah, and we forgot to mention this is an anime series.
Yes, it is.
Animated by Wood Studio.
Yes, and you can definitely tell it in a little bit of the art style and the stories.
So there are 6 stories, and they run between 32 and 46 minutes. And these are actually based on an original manga published by Kodansha and illustrated by Koji Megami.
Wow, I actually did not know that.
Megami.
Right, I actually did not know that. I thought it was just anime only.
So we're going to tell you a little bit about each one, and you can decide whether or not this series is for you. So the first story covered is Cinderella, and the English voice actors are Abby Esperu, Sarah Kirby, Reba Burr, Dorothy Fawn, and Damon Mills.
Right. And for this one, they sort of do a little bit of style of the what if thing like Marvel has with their superhero stories. This one kind of asks, well, what if Cinderella wasn't as nice as she seemed? And you know how the traditional story goes from the original fairy tale and the Disney version? Well, in here, Cinderella is pretty much okay being stepped on by the stepsisters. She's very open to them and to the mom and everything, and they kind of don't know how to react. The stepmother actually isn't all that bad. She's just kind of surprised, and the stepsisters say some things to her, but they don't even have to be mean to her because she kind of does whatever they want anyway, so they're kind of confused on how to react to her. And at first they actually don't mind it, and they can get along a little bit with her, but then as the story goes on, strange things start to happen to some of the people that work there, and then you really start to see what Cinderella's really doing. And I don't think Japan likes Cinderella that much.
And spoilers here, she's really, really evil.
Yes, twist.
And she has an evil little female Chucky.
Yeah,
that she talks to.
Who's kind of freaked out by her because it kind of implies she's the one pulling the strings, but Cinderella's enjoying it so much that the doll's getting kind of scared of her.
So, for some of these, we're not going to tell you everything, so it doesn't affect your experience of watching it.
Right.
So, the second one is Little Red Riding Hood. And the English voice dub cast for this, Jenny Yokobori, Brittany Lada, Ray Chase, Jamison Price, AJ Beckles, and Barbara Goodson.
Yes. And this one asks, what if Big Bad Wolf and Little Red Hood were not in the story it is, but set in the, I guess, slightly dystopian future, and they were practically hunting each other.
Now, to me, this was just a take on American Psycho, the movie that starred Christian Bale. This is what this movie was definitely, well, I'm going to call the movie because of the link. This story was inspired by. And it's pretty dark.
Yeah,
it's
we
very
have to
dark,
skip a little
very
bit of
base.
it.
If you've seen American Psycho, and I mean the original, not the second one that is a joke, but the first one that was praised for it being different and creative during the time it came out, then you're seeing Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's
Yeah,
very,
it's
very dark. Now,
yeah.
Rascal's never seen that movie, but all I kept saying to her is, this is just American Psycho.
With the fairy tale twist,
Right.
yeah.
So the third story covered is Hansel and Gretel. This has a very long voice cast. I won't mention all of them, but a few are Christina V, Laura Post, Kaylee Mills, again Jenny Yakobori, Laura Stahl, Brittany Lauda, Anais Quiones, and Abby Espiritu.
Right. And this one asks, what if Hansel and Gretel's home wasn't what it seems? So, you know how the story usually goes. They get lost in the woods. They see the witch's house. They notice the witch. They eat the candy, and so on and so forth. Well, in here, doesn't exactly happen like that. In here, they're sort of in this place like Promised Neverland. They're supposed to learn, have a strict schedule. They play, they eat, they sleep, they help the chores. Then that on loop, pretty much. When they disobey, they have to spend the night in the woods. No, we're not kidding. And in the woods, they end up finding this house. Not made of candy, but there's definitely candy and stuff in there. And the witch actually isn't planning to eat them, but there is something else going on.
It's really strange.
That was the most bizarre one, yeah.
Yes, the outcome you didn't expect in the least. And I can say that that's one of the big pluses for this series, that you can't figure out the ending.
Yeah.
The fourth story covers the elves and the shoemaker. And this one stars Kaiji Tang,
Of course.
Kaylee Mills, Jason C. Miller, and Ann Yako doing the voices. So Kaiji Tang and Ann Yako together.
Right.
Again, Nobra and Gojo.
Right.
So this one, this one was a really interesting take on the story.
Yeah. This one asks, what if the shoemaker was an Arthur and the elf was some type of, well, I don't know, you don't
Supernatural being elf.
Right. And this one is if the being wrote the story for the writer instead of shoes, replace the shoes with books. And it becomes a way more of a psychological type episode.
This one has so many hints about the ending. So, I'd like to give you a little heads up, pay close attention. The first time we watched it, we didn't. Then I found out it was voiced by Kaiji Tang, the main character, and we went back because we had missed something, and then we were watching it, and it's like, oh my gosh, how did we miss this?
Mm-hmm.
And the entire episode itself is nothing but hints about the ending. And again, the ending is very surprising. To me, this is one of the three best ones of the series.
Right.
The elves and the shoemaker, along with Cinderella.
Right.
The next story is called Bremen,
I think Musicians of Bremen.
and the English voice cast for this is Anais Quiones, Allegra Clark, Tiana Camacho, and Xanthi Home.
Right. Now this one was yet another very stark difference in the tone. This one has what if the animal musicians were actually an all-female gang getting revenge on the bandits in the Wild West.
So if you guys like furries and furry stories and anime, then this is for you.
Because they're all human here.
It was a little too graphic, a little too sexual and dark all at the same time. We didn't feel comfortable watching this together, so less than 5 minutes we turned this one off.
Right.
But it may be for you. If you've seen it and it ends up not being like it is in the beginning, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
And the final story covered is The Pied Piper of Hamelin.
Yes.
And the English voice cast for this is Susie Young, Yong Ye, Anais Quiones, and Jill Rames.
Right. And this one asks, what if the Pied Piper wasn't after the rats or the children of the town? And this one goes in an entirely different direction, especially when you get towards the end. You don't know what the Piper's there for because really the town has no infestation problem. But it is under some type of undercover dictatorship, especially when you're dealing with the women of the town.
This one is also really, really strange, really, really dark, and the female protagonist is nothing like you expect her to be.
That's true.
And you definitely can't guess the ending. At the beginning of each story, you have the Grimm brothers and Charlotte, and they kind of give you an introduction of what it's about. They don't talk to you. They talk to each other in conversation, and you find out what the story is kind of going to be based on.
Yes.
But the premise in the beginning, Charlotte says, what if none of the stories had a happy ending?
Pretty much.
And none of these stories do.
And ironic part is that when you are on these openings, it has this pretty interesting watercolor type animation, like and then when you get to the stories, they're in the storybook format. When you're in the real world, they're in the storybook format, and then the stories are in the anime regular format. So I kind of like they switched it around and gave you a sense of everything being backwards, like the stories. It's like, this is the thing I think Disney said they were trying to do, doing watercolor type animation. I think this anime did it for you.
Definitely. So if you're looking to watch something different that is anime based, this is for you. The three we think are the best are Cinderella, the Elves, and the Shoemaker. And believe it or not, the Pied Piper of Hamelin. Just didn't see the ending coming for any of these. And I like being surprised. And for every story that we did watch 5 out of 6, we were definitely surprised. And even though we didn't watch the Bremen one, we were surprised at how it started out.
Yep, definitely.
So if you've seen the Grimm Variations on Netflix, let us know in the comments. And we really hope you have, because as we mentioned, there are some unique stories here that are done well.
And crazy.
Yes, and the takes on them are like nothing you've ever seen. If you've seen them, let us know which episode was your favorite, which voice actor were you happy to hear, and are there any you wish that had been covered that weren't. And if you haven't seen it, again, available exclusively on Netflix to stream. Give it a watch. Come back this month. Tell us what you think.
And if you haven't already, subscribe for updates, big videos for anime series, anime shows, and all things animation.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us this October. We hope you're enjoying your Spooktober. Thank you for supporting us and everything you do. As always, you are special.
Thank you so much for watching Rascal Entertainment.
And Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.
And reporters sitting, flashing lights, trying to walk around, man. Who the hell are you? What you wanna do? Well, man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. Hit her in my dreams. She was my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket. Give it to